Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Rum Regret podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tessie, and we drink and we know things.
And we are here. It's Tuesday, May 18th. We are reconvening after a short hiatus. My son turned my son turned 8 on May the 4th. That was our last scheduled cast, and I had to ditch because I had to be on for the boy. And yeah, he is growing quite fast.
Way to be the good dad.
As they tend to do. Yeah.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. So it was a very Minecraft birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, and he is I hear his rage in the background. They're him and Jamie are playing Minecraft Dungeons right now. And they're
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I haven't played the expansion yet. I've heard that's good, the underwater one.
Yeah, no, they were into it for a little while and then they stopped because they were having trouble getting through some levels, and we re-downloaded it with everything, and now they're going back through it again.
Side note, real quick, before we go further, the key to that game is to, right before you start your next level, you put on the highest level gear you have on your character, because then it drops the rewards for the next adventure level at that highest thing, and then you put your normal gear on once the level starts.
Oh, okay.
Does that make
that's
sense?
Interesting.
Like it's
it
there's a rating. Yeah. So put the highest number rating on every slot, and then start pick the level you want to play, and then once the level loads in, then you put on the normal gear or whatever you like to play with at the moment.
Kind of okay. All right. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minecraft Dungeons tips with Nate Tessie, ladies and gentlemen.
We love that game. Addie and I play the hell out of that, to the point where she'd get frustrated with me if I was like not keeping up with her or not being as effective in combat as I should have been. I wonder where she gets that from. Well, no, it's like, I wonder where she gets that from. Oh, it's my fault completely.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's great. But no real topic for tonight. Just more of a catch up, just to see what's happening, what's going on. First thing I want to talk about though is I don't know if you guys ended up watching the first 15 minutes of Army of the Dead yet.
I did not, because I almost went to the theater to watch it. And I didn't. I should have.
Okay. I didn't either.
I didn't.
Okay, well, so they did this interactive YouTube event, which we posted on our Twitter. Welcome our 540 Twitter followers, by the way.
Yeah.
Today.
What was the number last time we podcasted? It wasn't quite half that, but it was 300-ish, maybe. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. And so the indie podcast community is very, very supportive. So everyone who's been toting us, thank you guys so much. The Random Christian Show, I jumped in on his show in the back part again when they had a guest crap out on them, and then they were just doing a Would You Rather segment.
Nice.
So I was watching them and commenting on, and they're just, Andy, why don't you just come on the show? So I popped in for 10 minutes and did a quick Would You Rather. So
nice.
Yeah, Random Christian Show, three beers and a podcast. Those guys, I listened to them the other day, and we've been having some Twitter conversations back and forth. Man, those guys are great as well. They are our people.
Really?
I listened to their solo review, and it was just like, oh man, like this is us. Nice. Like it's alternate universe Rum and Regret. It totally is.
So 3 beers and a podcast. Okay,
is it? I know I butchered the name. I think I did it wrong. Let me check.
Somebody we should definitely shout out and we need to get involved in that podcast community is Grognostics with Steve.
Oh yeah.
Lisa's husband, because they have a great podcast, but they have very little following on Twitter. And their stuff needs to get out there. It's great.
Yeah. Oh, it's 3 films and a podcast. I'm sorry, not beers. I just got the beer on the mind. That's all. Yeah, 3 films and a podcast. Like I said, I listened to those guys. We did a little review. A lot of times these guys will hit you up and say, "Hey, you review us, we'll review you." And so we did that with them. And yeah, listen to their solo cast, and man, they are totally our people. So
that's great. I don't see him here. I'll follow up after, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome, podcasters out there. If you guys are listening, thank you guys so much for putting us out there and putting us on the follow threads and everything. It's totally paid off in dividends for us, just in terms of getting our name out there. So it's been fantastic. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
You do us, we do you.
Yes.
Don't make it weird, Nate.
Too late.
Oh, I'm not. That's engaging, is what that is. Don't. It's only weird. It's only weird if your mind goes to the weird place,
which ours naturally does. So that's just what it is.
Giggity.
Yeah. So anyway, back to Army of the Dead. So they did this interactive event where I initially thought that they were just going to do this little sort of intro and then give you the first 15 minutes. Well, they did this weird sort of interactive 15-minute thing where they just wanted you to emoji bomb the chats, and they had the actors, they had Bautista, and they had a couple of the other people sort of pop in, but it was like the first 15 minutes were in the Nevada desert and you had to uncover it. So it looked like stock footage of construction guys just unearthing desert. But then the actors would come in and, hey, we need more strong arm emojis. Give us strong. And so I kind of wasted 15 minutes of my life waiting for the first 15 minutes to drop. But it does. And it looks really, really good. The reviews have been like up there so far.
Really high.
And Joe, you pointed this out in our Google chat, and I didn't know this until you pointed it out, but I learned even more about it today. So Chris D'Elia was initially in this movie, and when you said that Tig Notaro replaced, Chris D'Elia, right?
D'Elia. Yeah,
did I say that wrong? Yeah.
D'Elia.
So yeah. Anyway,
sorry,
so he was
ball busting complete. I apologize.
No, please call me out, because I'm sure that 10 people who now listen to this podcast, up from 3, thank you, Twitter, would call me out on this. Well, and there was another podcast that I listened to that was they were convinced that the song at the end of oh God, now my mind is a blank. This is the end. Seth Rogen, James Franco.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, when they're getting pulled up to heaven, they were convinced that it was Celine Dion, but it was the Whitney Houston's "And I Will Always Love You." But they were, but it was great. They edit their podcast a lot better than we do ours. They actually put the song in the middle of the conversation, after in post. So but it's fun. No, man, I'm sure it was Celine Dion. It was totally Celine Dion, and they put in it's Whitney Houston going for it.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, he was cast in the movie, filmed the movie, and digitally removed. And Tig Notaro, Tig Notaro was filmed on a green screen without any of the other actors and completely replaced over.
Yep.
Dude, and she killed the trailer. Like, she won the whole trailer. That was the best fucking part. Like,
so she is on Star Trek Discovery, the new Star Trek show on Paramount Plus, and she plays the head engineer, but she is a very McCoy engineer.
Nice.
Like a very gruff, like she could give 2 shits about anything, and she kills that role. So like she's gold right now for me. So I'm so stoked to see. But I was a little bummed to learn that she probably couldn't, riff as she could, because and work off the other actors. But I mean, I can't wait to see what she does with it. So
not a lot of room for improv when you're by yourself in a room. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which I gotta say, after seeing the trailer, like I can't picture D'Elia in that role. It just seems weird. I'm like, what? No.
I totally agree.
Kind of.
Yeah, totally
weird.
Agree. It doesn't seem like he's the action.
And I love D'Elia, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. No, honestly, when you sent the video over of his apology, Joe, I had no backstory as to what happened. Like I had to learn everything after you sent that. So, no, I like him too. I've always been a fan of his comedy and everything, but I don't mind it when they throw these guys in these sort of weird situations. It was that movie Executive Decision with Steven Seagal and Kurt Russell, and the band of sort of special forces guys were not your typical sort of special forces actors.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like
a
Leguizamo
Suicide
and
Squad thing, right? Exactly. Yeah.
right, yeah. And I mean, those guys were totally believable in those roles. So I love seeing people that I don't expect in roles in those roles. So anyway,
That's a fair point. I do like a comedian in a role like that, just because there's always a smart ass in a group, right? I mean,
right, yeah,
at least one, present company included.
yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, and this goes back to the outrage over Heath Ledger's casting as the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Right.
I don't think anybody at the time, and his resume had nothing on it that said he could do the Joker.
Oh, not even
Just
the 10 things I hate about you guys gonna be the Joker.
Yeah.
Right.
What the hell?
You know, going back to the kids and their funny TikToks, there's a pretty popular TikToker named Jay Stubes who started a podcast. It's really great. And she was talking about how underrated the Knight's Tale is with Heath Ledger, and what like an amazing cast it has, and kind of how ahead of its time it was. And if it was made now, it would be a $500 million like box office type thing.
Right. Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty cool. So
yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. No, that's a great movie.
Love it. Addie loves it. Absolutely adores it.
Oh yeah.
She's like, wow, he's cute. Like, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, objectively. Objectively.
Yeah. But no, give the first. Well, I mean, wait till Friday, and you guys can watch the full movie, Army of the Dead. I think the first 15 minutes is kind of wasted because it's honestly it's like maybe 8 minutes of how sort of everything goes to shit, and then a very Zombieland meets the Watchmen entrance sequence of how the main characters sort of fit into the world turning to shit. And it was I mean it was I loved it. I thought it was great. It was, you know, just one of those things where you kind of kick yourself for watching only know it's going to be 15 minutes, but when it's over, you're just like, fuck, I should have just waited. I really should have just waited, because now I'm going to be this is going to be consuming me until I watch it. So anyway, I'm stoked for it. So I can't wait. But yeah.
Yeah, same. Joe, when are you and Ken leaving for the desert?
Next Tuesday.
Maybe Monday night. I was thinking you guys, maybe not. We need to get some people together and watch movies.
Pretty much this is the last call, and from here until we leave, it's all desert prep. So
yeah,
fine, whatever.
It's a very long and intense camping trip.
Yeah. So, Joe, what's on your mind?
Castlevania.
Yeah,
so fucking.
Tell me, okay. So, and this is funny too. And I'm sorry, I'm totally hijacking you right now, but so Jamie doesn't normally get into anime stuff, right? And so, but she loves Castlevania. Like, she's played the games, and so like we were randomly talking at dinner because we've sort of caught up with our shows and everything, and we were just trying to discuss like what to watch next. She's like, "Hey, I kind of want to give Castlevania a shot." I'm like, "But you don't really like dig anime." She's like, "But it's Castlevania." I'm like, "Yeah, yes."
And it's Richard Armitage.
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
It is so good. And I'm actually I'm with Jamie on this. I'm not a big anime person. Like, I'm very selective on the animes that really get me.
Mm-hmm.
This is one absolutely like up there with Avatar: The Last Airbender of like, I could watch this over and over and over and over again till the day I die.
Yeah.
It's so freaking good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm heartbroken that it's over.
Yeah.
So heartbroken, but they did the ending very, very well. I am 100% satisfied. They wrapped everything up perfectly, and
Okay.
I'm like, hats off, golf clap.
Nice.
It's all good.
It's four seasons, right, on Netflix.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
4 seasons, and like the first 2 are like really short. They're like 4 to 8 episodes. I think the third season is like 10, and then the last one I think might be 8 or something. But I mean, you could binge it really quickly. And
yeah, they're only 30-minute. They're 30-minute made for TV time, so it's like 26,
22 minute,
whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
And I 100% agree with Joe. It's phenomenal, and the last 3 episodes specifically, like of the series, are just mind blowing. The stuff that they go through and the imagery and the way they do it.
The animation is top notch.
Yeah, it seems like they changed the animation style a little bit in the last season, but I think that was for the ending, in order to get the ending right. But I don't know if you caught that back and forth on the chat, Andy, where I was like, Invincible, best show on TV, and Joe's like,
right, that was great.
Castlevania, and then I finished the series and I went, Joe, you're right, Castlevania for the win.
Yeah.
Which I just started watching Invincible, and that's pretty awesome too.
How far are you along?
3 episodes, I think.
As long as you're past episode 1, we can talk about episode 1.
Yes.
So insane. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but I started watching that, and I didn't realize how long the episodes are, because I was used to Castlevania. Right. I'm like, they're hella quick. And I'm like, wait, I'm still episode 1 of Invincible? Like, I've been sitting here for like an hour.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Invincible, since you're talking about your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. It's like The Boys meets X-Men Evolution.
Nice. Good
I'm
call
so here for it.
Yep. Oh, that was
I started Invincible, I think last Tuesday, and I blew through the series really fast. Before I knew it, I was 4 episodes in, and I was totally hooked.
So good.
Oh God, yeah, that was good. Like halfway through, I was thinking like, man, they probably could have live actioned this. But no. Not after seeing where they went with it. I was like, no.
Oh God, it'd be so expensive, especially at the end. Like, good Lord.
Oh, dude, yeah. And then, but man, I love Zachary Quino as the robot.
Yep.
His voice is just it's perfect for that.
He is perfect. J.K. Simmons, though, as Omni-Man.
Oh man,
it just wins everything for me.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's why. Did you guys see the pictures years ago where he was getting just jacked in the gym? J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
And people were wondering why. Apparently, it was for method acting. No, for this role. Apparently,
way.
Because he was method acting for Omni-Man, getting super swole.
Oh, dude, no way.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, because that happened right when he was filming Justice League too, so everyone thought he was getting jacked for Gordon, but
like you need to be jacked to be Commissioner Gordon. Apparently, it changes your voice too. That kind of changes the structure of your body, right? So your voice changes with it.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, extra testosterone, I guess, would deepen your voice.
Yeah. I may or may not have had a beer for the first time in a week and a half. So,
oh shit!
There we go. It's
Speaking
going to be one of those podcasts.
Yeah,
everybody.
It is going to be one of those. Side note before we continue with Joe. Actually, you know what? Joe, continue, and I'll wrap that up on my end.
Oh, just essentially fangirling over Castlevania.
Okay.
So you have Castlevania, Invincible. Anything else you've been watching or playing?
I recently picked up the Xbox controller once again, and went back to Spiritfarer, which is like a little indie Xbox game where you ferry creatures over the river Styx, but you have to like make them comfortable on the boat and do all these little things for them.
No way.
Virtual
mom. But it's really cute, and it's like anime style and like very calming, serene kind of game of like, yeah. So I'm like, this is nice. I like this. In the chaos of the world, I can like sit and just ferry people on the boat.
Right. That's awesome. You got some amazing like Game Pass Day 1 stuff coming up too. Like the new D&D
Oh, yeah.
game is coming out day
Yeah.
one. Like Outriders is out day one for you. It's a bunch of stuff. Like their Game Pass thing is really kicking ass, honestly.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot I had it until the other day. I was like, oh, I actually need to go look in that. And I would just start adding games like play later. Like, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, my
All the old
library.
like Elder Scrolls games and
Yeah.
all the Star Wars Battlefront and Fallen Order. And I'm like, yes, I will play you
God.
eventually, my precious.
Right.
I spent so much
you
time
say
on
your,
the first Battlefront.
Oh yeah, forever.
Yeah.
Joe, would you say your library is long and distinguished?
Hey, like my Johnson.
Mike Johnson. Yeah.
Sorry, is that getting old? I figure we have to do that once in a while.
That was a tad forced, Nate.
Just a wee bit.
You forced your Johnson into the podcast.
No, your Johnson, Andy. Let's keep it real here. Your Johnson.
I believe it was my Johnson that was on the table right now.
Exactly. Yeah. I forced Joe to reveal the length of her Johnson. That does sound terrible. God, I can't believe I just said those words in that order.
Oh, and now we have the trailer for the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
And the show is hit a new low. I'll take Ape Tit for 500, Alex.
That's a petite. Never mind.
This is the sound your mother made last night, Trebek.
I'll take the rapists for 600. That's
therapists. Oh my god. Oh.
It's all staying in 100%.
100%. Yeah. Looks like we have a new guest on the show, Burt Reynolds. That's not my name. Turd Ferguson. Yeah, it's a funny hat. Oh, we're gonna have to incorporate that into the image.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Just do.
Oh no,
Reynolds
just do Final Jeopardy and then scribble in what is Rum Regret.
Yeah.
There you go.
Done and done.
Yeah. Or as a category, bad podcast for 200.
Potent potables.
You should actually we'll do a bunch of the actual things and then we'll substitute the different areas that we talk about for the ones that are the jokes.
There you go. Yeah.
Dude, but potent potable stays.
It has to be 100%. Yeah. Words that start with dog.
Things that are long and distinguished.
Castlevania.
Oh fuck. Yes.
Oh. Nate's Marvel Minute.
Yes, we'll have to submit all of this at the end. You can just
God. On that note, Nate, do you have a Marvel Minute?
I do. I figured I'd do that later.
Marvel Minute.
Sorry.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, I figured I'd do that later because it's that list is long and distinguished for sure.
Hey, like my Johnson.
There you go. Sure, I can do a quick update, mainly on the "We Love the Movies, Go See the Movies" video that Marvel put out a couple weeks ago, where they revealed their next 10 films. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 films potentially. And when they're coming out, and then revealed kind of some of the names of what they are. So I'll do this real quick. We'll do Marvel Minute style. Black Widow comes out July 9th. That should be great. It's going to kind of a prequel to, I think it's right after Civil War is the timeline. But it also introduces the new Black Widow. Her sister, quote unquote, is supposedly taking over the Black Widow mantle in the MCU. That'll be great. Shang-Chi, September 10th of this year. Everybody's kung fu fighting, and it looks amazing. A lot of it's filmed in San Francisco, so that should be fun.
Cool.
Eternals, November 5th, which has been pushed several times. Apparently, it's supposed to turn the whole MCU on its ear, which will be interesting to see what happens there, considering Spider-Man No Way Home comes out a month later, December 17th, and that's going to introduce the whole multiverse thing, which will be great. Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange 2 follows that March 23rd, 2022. That's going to bring back Wanda. She's going to be one of the main storylines there, so that'll be fun.
Right.
Apparently, there's a rumor that Ghost Rider might make an appearance in that movie. The Johnny
Oh, I
Blaze
did
Ghost
see.
Rider.
I saw that.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Following that would be Thor: Love and Thunder with our girl Nat Portman getting all ripped. May 6th, 2022. Black
Okay.
Panther 2 comes after that. Wakanda Forever, which we didn't know until that video. It's called Wakanda
Mhm.
Forever. It should be an homage to Chadwick Boseman. And I wonder how they're going to do that. The rumor is there's a couple rumors. Either Shuri's going to be the new Black Panther or Killmonger's coming back as the Black Panther to train Shuri in that movie. So we'll see how that pans out, but it should be pretty cool. Michael B. Jordan potentially returning in that role.
Cool.
July 8, 2022. Follow up to that is The Marvels, which is Captain Marvel 2, has been renamed The Marvels. So it's going to be Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, who's Kamala Khan, and then Photon, who we met in the WandaVision series.
Right. Yeah.
Monica Rambeau's daughter.
Mambo. That's right.
Yes, exactly. So that should be interesting. That's November 11th, 2022. Ant-Man and the Wasp. After that would be Ant-Man and the Wasp 3, I guess, or 2.
Yeah, 3.
That's also another Quantumania, I think is the subtitle on that one.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
February 17th, 2023 now. We're in 2023. Following that, May 5th, 2023, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't wait for that. Side note, apparently James Gunn is not going to do any more of those because Dave Bautista said it's the last one he's doing. He can't imagine himself doing another Guardians movie without James Gunn, I think was the quote. So we'll see. Potentially, if James Gunn comes back, he might. Drax definitely deserves some more love. Hopefully, they'll give him his own movie because Drax in the comic books is a fucking badass. Like he kicks the Silver Surfer's ass and shit like that. So we'll see how that goes. The last thing they teased at the end of that video, Fantastic Four, no date, TBD. But the very last image of that is the four with the circle. So that has been your Marvel More Than a Minute. Ooh, that's also alliterative, and we're going to keep that. Yeah. Oh, last thing. Daily Bugle Lego set just came out. Largest Lego set Marvel's ever done. 3,772 pieces.
Good. Effing gravy, dude.
Yeah.
What's the price tag on that?
I didn't see it, and I didn't bother to look it up because I guarantee you it's like $500 probably at least. I mean,
it is Lego.
Millennium Falcon is up there. And I lied. We're not done. So MODOK with Patton Oswalt on Hulu comes out on the 21st.
That looks great.
It's getting amazing reviews, apparently. Wonder Man is voiced by Nate Fillion. Iron Man's John Hamm. And it's basically MODOK. Patton Oswalt is MODOK. And it completely changes the whole origin story where he was a scientist and then his brain got big from being experimented on. MODOK has just been MODOK his whole life, and it shows him like growing up with this giant head. Yeah. And it's basically like during the day he tries to take over the world, and at night he tries to deal with his wife and kids. And apparently it's getting amazing reviews. So I can't wait to see that. But yeah, that's all I have Marvel wise.
Okay.
For your ear holes.
I read somewhere Patton Oswalt was like totally down if they were ever going to do a live action MODOK. He's like, yes, please.
He wants to be the voice for sure. Yeah.
Well, or be MODOK if they do live action, like because he's the voice of the.
Dude, can you imagine his head stretched in CGI? It'd be perfect.
Oh God, it would be brilliant. Yeah.
I do have some DC news if you'd like to hear that as well.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Nate's DC second.
I mean, it was only a second. I'm done.
Okay. Oh, all right. There you go.
Oh my God. AT&T spins off Warner Media for $43 billion to merge with Discovery. So it's basically making this uber conglomerate that includes HBO, WB, Cartoon Network, Sci-Fi, TNT, Cinemax, DC, all of the companies that were underneath both of those into one huge super company to try and compete with Amazon and Netflix. And the CEO, David Zaslav, dropped Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and others in his opening statements, basically saying he wants to expand the DC offerings across the board in every format, including like film, shorts, TV, streaming, everything.
So we could get so now that it's merged with Discovery, we could get a 90-day DC fiance.
I mean, I want to see the Harley Quinn Poison Ivy version of that for sure, 100%. I'm more interested in the fact that we might get to see Zack Snyder's Justice League sequels actually realized now.
Dude, if that happens, fantastic.
Right.
Although listening to him, so I've watched the I've ingested a lot of his sort of stuff from Army of the Dead so far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and is it GQ or is it something else? They do this sort of lifespan of your career type thing, and it was Zack Snyder doing his
I think it was
a rundown of his career.
Yeah, I think it was GQ. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and so that's a great segment, by the way. If you guys ever find yourselves like needing to watch stuff on YouTube, you watch these directors sort of go over their career and how they did stuff and everything. But he said when he was talking about Army of the Dead, it was just like, well, I started writing this piece when we were doing Dawn of the Dead, and it didn't really make sense to do it until now, because after my experience with Justice League, he's like, I really wanted a movie that was me,
Right.
that I could, help write, direct, and he's the director of photography on this too. And he's like, just really, and like my own IP, I didn't, I wrote this, it's mine from start to finish and everything. And so I would be very, very surprised for the next sort of 5 years if Zack Snyder does anything that has sort of pre-existing universe.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Unless he can get, like full creative control or something like that, where he's guaranteed not to have to go through the same hoops that he went through. If it was HBO paying him to do it for HBO Max as opposed to Warner Brothers and their meddling BS, maybe that makes it more palatable for him.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I want more Poison Ivy animated series, by the way. If people haven't seen that, run, don't walk to HBO Max and watch the Poison Ivy animated series. It is.
You mean Harley Quinn?
I'm sorry, Harley Quinn animated series. Let's rewind all that. The Harley Quinn animated series. It's some of the best TV you'll watch, and I'll say it again. Ron Funches' King Shark is fuck the world, for the win.
Yeah,
amazing stuff. So. I think that was all the news that's fit to print that I had on my end as far as comic book stuff goes. Yeah.
All right. So for those who don't know, Nate also picked up Mass Effect.
It was on my list of things to talk about.
Okay, I want to know. So this is the first time you've ever played these games?
I played Andromeda out of context
because but honestly, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine because it's a completely different story.
Yeah, I didn't like it. The game was terrible.
It did not do the Mass Effect universe justice. It really didn't.
Just the gameplay mechanics were not good. Like endless harvesting of resources and stuff is great if there's a payoff. But so I'm maybe 6 hours into it at this point, maybe a little bit longer than that. I've recruited all the peoples that you can possibly get. I've got my crew with Rex and Tally. Those are my two mains that I've been going around with.
Okay.
And I'm just now, I'm in the Normandy finally, and we're able to go jump around the universe to start like the storyline. But I did all the side stuff first. So I did like the asteroid that's about to crash into the planet, and found the other extra stuff that was around. And I'm just now about to jump into the main storyline of going after whatever the trader's name is.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
I need to play this again.
I know. Yeah.
I fucking love it. It's one of the, even with just that short amount of playtime, the way they built the world and the character development and the storyline, I love it all. It's great. It's a little clunky just because of the gameplay is, 2007. But they've made a bunch of updates, apparently. The AI is a lot smarter as far as your companions. So depending on how you set them to use their abilities and that kind of thing, it comes off pretty well. So you can actually you can either micromanage the squad if you want to, or you can just focus on what you're doing. I'm playing just a straight soldier, which is the beginning class that you're given, even though you can change up at the very beginning. You can do something else if you want to, but I'm just playing the straight soldier, and if I want to change in the next MA2, then I'll check it out, something else. But
yeah,
so far it's pretty good.
Femship?
I did, per your both of your advice.
There is only Femship.
Yes.
And she's a brunette, and she's fantastic. So.
Of course she is.
You didn't go redhead?
No, she has auburn hair, so I classify that as a brunette in my mind.
No, this is probably one of the greatest video game series I think ever created. This was one of the few games that I would play and Jamie would watch just to watch it, because it is so sort of cinematic. And you said it yourself in the chat that, like, why hasn't anyone made a movie or a TV show out of this? And no, it's right. And it was just one of those games where, like, Xander would go to bed and Jamie's like, "Oh, you want to play Mass Effect?" I'm like, "Yeah."
And
this
is really turning me on right now. Hang on.
So, no, so, but it's just one of those games that is just so good, and the voice cast too is like top tier.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is like just under BioShock for me, of like top tier game franchises.
Right.
Yeah, there was a reviewer. I started watching this kind of breakdown review of the updates, and then I didn't want any spoilers, so I quit. But before I had a chance to quit out of it, he basically said, "This is probably one of the best sci-fi properties across all media ever made, regardless of not just video games.
Not wrong.
We're talking about everything."
Yeah.
And so far so good. I dig the kind of the weapon systems and the skill trees and all that. It scratches the RPG itch, it scratches the shooter itch, it scratches the sci-fi itch. Like it's a very good full body massage of sci-fi. I don't know why everything is. I'm super creeper today. Apparently,
wow.
That being said, the fanfic for this franchise is long and distinguished.
Like my Johnson. So no. Nate, have you banged an alien yet?
Oh no! Like I said, I'm just now.
You're still okay. You're still working it. You're still planting the seeds.
Soon.
Pardon the pun, or pun intended there. Giggity.
No pun intended.
My femshep seeds.
Yes.
I will plant my alien eggs into all of the other that's how it works, right? Girls plant eggs in other girls. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you need an ovipositor.
Nice. Well done. Well fucking done, Joe. What else? Castlevania 4, 100%. Fucking great. I love it. I'm gonna actually start from 0 and watch it again.
I just started too, so
nice. There was a big gap in that last between the last season, so it's really good, and yeah, I can't wait. Once you're done, Andy, we should do a full kind of breakdown kind of thing.
I would like to, yeah.
So where are you, Andy? Just FYI.
We have not started yet. We are.
You have not watched any of it.
No, so we're finishing up Shadow Bonin. Shadow and Bone.
Oh, so good. I had on my list.
Yeah. And after we're done with Shadow Bonin, we're gonna go into Castlevania.
That's hilarious. Right. Shadow and Bone is really good, Joe. If you haven't watched that, it's really good. Up your alley for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like, God, what would you even call that? It's like almost a steampunk kind, not even steampunk.
No, it absolutely does have that element. It's a
like an Avatar Airbender steampunky live action, but not so much like Asian Avatar. More like Eastern Europe type, where there's soldiers and then there's people that control different elements that are like a higher rank in the armies, and it's It's hard to explain,
right.
but you dig it. You'd really dig it.
Okay, I'm on board.
Really well done. Yeah. That
I'm
was
gonna
also
stop
on my
watching
list.
Castlevania over and over again. I'll check it out.
Yeah. No, I mean, elements of Dune a little bit as well too, just in terms of sort of
for
factions
sure.
and
Yep.
mythical elements and stuff like that. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's see. Castlevania, Shadow and Bone was on my list. We're done with that. Addie and I watched it actually, and she really loved it.
Yeah.
Invincible, obviously, we've kind of
so good.
we've beaten that to death, and not to reveal anything.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
Hey.
amazing show. Definitely want to watch that again. I really want to see where it goes. Apparently, Kirkman says he has 7 more seasons of material just from the comic book, because he wrote this comic book before Walking Dead, and it had like 15. What did he call it? I'm trying to remember how many years. 12 years maybe of Invincible comics.
And it got renewed for seasons 2 and 3.
And 3, right? Yeah, exactly. So hopefully
shit.
it has a long run because it's fucking amazing. Love, Death, Robots. Just finished season 2. Are you guys caught up with that, both of you?
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah, we are. I am, and I just need to say that All Through the House is my favorite. It is the shortest.
It's amazing. Yeah,
it is.
I need a David Cronenberg movie of that short so badly.
Go ahead. Yeah, what were you going to say?
Okay, so anyway,
we should do a whole separate podcast on each episode.
I think we need to just over the whole over the whole series. And so anyway, there are a few times when I'm like watching stuff while I'm working, and I watch stuff while I work. Because sometimes I have to upload something huge and just sort of babysit it and wait for it to go. And
good cover right there.
Yeah, and it's no. Hey, they know what I do. Anyway, so and I watch stuff that I don't think that Jamie will like, but then there's sometimes that it comes into where I am like audibly laughing out loud and I just can't control it, and like
spoiler alerts for Love, Death, and Robots season 2. FYI, people. All right,
absolutely. I'm going to spoil the fuck out of this episode right now. So I'm watching it, and like I see it's Christmas and everything, and then the second the spike goes into the water or the milk, I'm just like,
right?
Oh man, oh God, and then and then like. Oh God, it's so good, and it's like it's the shortest episode too of the season, right? It's like 7 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that.
It's the best, yeah.
I am dying laughing out loud to where Jamie comes in and like, what the hell is going on over here? I'm like, I need to show you this. I need to show you this later. So anyway, I show her the episode later, and the second it stops, she looks at me like I'm fucking crazy. like she's like I don't know who you are. I'm like, you have to be kidding. Like, come on. How great is this? I don't know. Something about that episode is just so fucking brilliant. And that last line of what would have happened if we weren't good?
Yeah.
I literally yelled out, "What happens to the naughty kids?
Yeah.
I need to know."
They get eaten and turned into presents.
Like I was half expecting like a scream in the black, and that would have been that would have been great, but it was perfect. But I just I love.
Oh, I thought the other kid was good. Like the first kid's good. I thought the second kid was going to be naughty, 100%. And then we'll find out what happens.
Yeah, and then you hear
and when he said good, I'm like,
we're
good. Stay good. Like, what the fuck?
I just love opens the present, and this is what I wanted.
That's what I wanted.
I love it so much.
Oh, so creepy with the hands by the mouth and everything. Like,
oh my God.
Oh God.
Like I said, I need like a David Cronenberg movie of this whole thing.
Yeah,
but I mean, even the whole season, I think is just as good. I mean, the first episode with the VacuBot,
automated customer service, man, is so good.
Oh God, that was great.
I don't want my Roomba to have a purge mode on it, by the way. Let's not allow that to get into homes around the country. The poor dog with the hair, and then the lady gets her hair shot off.
Oh my God.
And then the retirement community, the guy with a double barrel shotgun, he's like, "Move, ladies."
I know.
I got this.
It was so gross. Like, oh
no, he don't got this.
Right.
They're gonna spread old syphilis later. That's not good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
yeah, we should save all these individual episodes. Let's do a maybe we can't do it next week, but when we come back,
I mean, let's put it on the list because I feel that it definitely deserves it. And so anyway, I redeemed the series a little bit with Jamie after I showed her 3 robots from the first season.
Yeah, what was with season 2 only having 8 episodes? The first one had like 20 almost, right?
Yeah, something like that. And that was that's, I don't know. Hopefully, I hope they make more, and I hope
they have 3 is coming out next year. They dropped that when they were teasing the release date for this one.
Oh, good. So, okay,
nice.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, I rewatched. My favorite one from season 1 was Sunny's Edge, the first episode with the lady linked to the Beastie and the Beastie fights or whatever.
Right.
I accidentally, when I was trying to play season 2, I clicked through and just pressed play, and it played season 1, episode 1, which is that one.
Yeah.
And I went, God, fucking, I want this like as a subworld to like Pacific Rim or something. Like this is the underground fighting pits, you know, of the Pacific Rim world or something like that. It would be super cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. I know animation takes a long time, especially the quality that we got on some of these.
Oh man, the animation in the albino episode.
Yes,
I loved the albino episode.
It was
that was
really
one
good.
of my favorites.
And then, dude, animated Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, it looked photoreal also. That was great.
Dude.
I honestly, after the first episode, I kind of like the first 2, I think, episodes, I forgot that I was watching like an animated thing.
Right. They were some of them were so well done. It was nuts.
Yeah.
And it also goes to show, always bring a flashlight or a laser pointer with you when you crash land on any planet, because
robots react like cats.
Oh my God. And I love and the T-Rex.
They will kill you unless you have the pointer.
And their vision's based on movement, so just be still. You'll be fine.
Right. Yeah.
That was one of my favorites, and the snow in the desert one.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's the other thing I've been playing too is Jurassic Park Evolution, Joe.
Oh, nice.
It was on sale on PlayStation for like $10 for the expanded whatever edition. It's been super fun.
Realizing your John Hammond dreams of building.
Apparently, yeah. The dinosaurs get to be like real dickish after you start doing well. Like, you're gonna break fences and start fucking with you. Like, oh, it is like the movie.
You're making money? Oh yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. I had millions of dollars and I have double walled fences everywhere with like electrified on the inside, regular on the outside, and they're just busting right through that shit. They don't give a shit.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
They give no fucks.
They're dead.
It's really fun, actually. So thanks for that. I know you recommended that.
So Jurassic World Evolution is the little you like build your own park. It's Park, you like build your park and add your dinosaurs, and you have to keep it running and make a bunch of money and keep it profitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. What else? Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix.
Yeah, we watched it.
It was I ended up really liking it. It started off really slow for me.
Yeah.
It has kind of an Indiana Jones aspect that's layered on top of the present day. So it's like literally the 20s, I think, Great Depression era, kind of layered on the contemporary era. You know, that's how the parents of these child heroes got their powers layered on top of the contemporary story. And I really liked that part of it. It really started really slow for me. I didn't like it at first, but it was pretty visceral and had some interesting stuff. It seemed super cheesy, but then as I started getting into it a little more, and the backstory kept revealing more and more, and they kept doing more flashbacks,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's something you guys should watch if you haven't watched it yet. It's
No, we watched it, and I agree. Sort of the prolong, I sort of called it the prolonged flashback because it was
yeah,
essentially two stories, sort of, split in half. You have now and then what happened then and how they got their powers and everything. And no, I agree. It was good. I think it was, you know, I love I do. It was hard for me too because I think they ended the first series too soon. I think we needed like maybe two more episodes to give it sort of more a complete haul. The the turnaround at the end, I think was a little rushed. Maybe
yeah.
like I needed a little more context for it. So I'm
If you haven't
definitely
seen it,
hooked. Like,
Joe, this is part of the Millerverse. The Mark Miller. He sold all of his stuff to Netflix, and so they produced this out of his universe.
Okay.
yeah. But I do love the multi-generational superheroes, the kids who are trying to sort of find their way and figure it out, and the the kids who sort of like have their powers but don't really want their powers and stuff like that.
Right.
So I love that part of it, and I thought that part of it was really good. And then but yeah, I'm just really curious to see sort of how it all plays out in the second season, and sort of where it goes from there, just because they turned it, it had their little twist, and then it just sort of ended, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
I need more. I need a little
Yeah.
more here.
It definitely. I think it. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think it ended at the obvious cliffhanger, which I don't really like. Um,
Yeah.
and I agree that it kind of the third act reveal was a little forced, but I don't want to say anything because I think Joe should watch it for sure. But
Yeah, no, I think Joe should watch it too. I
yeah,
think she'd like it.
a little background on Mark Miller though. So Scottish comic book writer, is super famous for making his own stuff like Kingsman and Wanted and Kick Ass, and he's
Mhm.
responsible for all that stuff. He sold all of that to Netflix, I think, in 2017. Um, Actually, that's not true. Yeah, 2017. Netflix bought his comic line, but he also wrote like the Civil War and the Old Man Logan storylines for Marvel comic books, and those
Right.
turned into Captain America: Civil War and then Logan, uh,
Yeah.
those movies respectively. So, yeah, he's a heavy hitter as far as the writing goes. Um, Excited to see what happens. Apparently, there's season 2 is already in the works.
Oh,
So
good. Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
Excellent.
I think that's all I had. Sorry, I've been very verbose here with
No, you're
all the
definitely the
things.
most prepared of all of us, which I love. Thank you so much for that.
I had to make a list because it was in my first Marvel minute, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So it's been a bit since we
Right.
talked.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got
Uh
actually. So notes are done.
yeah,
What you got,
yeah.
Andy?
I don't really have anything else.
You shut your mouth. You don't get to let us do all of the legwork, and you don't bring anything new to the conversation. Come on.
What are you talking about? I
I
talked
know.
about stuff earlier.
I'm busting your balls. This is
Yeah.
round two. Round two.
Right. Hey. All right. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't really have anything.
What are you playing? You guys been watching anything else besides what we talked about?
What did? Well, so we fuck. Now my mind is a blank. My mind is officially a blank. No, we're watching. Watching Shadowbonin right now. We were also watching.
Shadowbone.
The Last Kingdom. We finished up the Last Kingdom. We're up to date on the Last Kingdom now.
Oh, I need to add that to my list.
Yeah, please do. It is such a
Yeah.
great show, and it's it's just one of those shows that you just don't. I mean, you see it, it looks cool, and then you're just, before you know it, you're hooked in, and you're 1.5 seasons in, you're just like, God damn, this is such a great show.
I still
Moving
have to finish Vikings and then get into Last Kingdom.
Yeah.
Seasons behind on Vikings. Last Kingdom's on Netflix, right?
It is. It is 4 seasons, so it's not a huge commitment. You can get through it fairly quickly. And God, what else? What else are we watching? The Rookie that finished
so
up.
good.
That's going to get season 4. It's such a great show.
Yeah, I'm a couple episodes behind on that. I need to catch up.
Yeah. I'm watching James Gunn post snaps from the Peacemaker set. That his Instagram is every once in a while comes up with a good Cena in action as the Peacemaker. So I can't wait for that. I wait for the movie and then for that show to drop. What else? I've still been stuck on sort of XCOM 2 in the video game world. I played through the God, what was the not Returnal, but what was the demo that you got me on, Nate?
Outriders.
Outriders, yeah. So I played the Outriders demo and I love it. And but I have one more playthrough with DLC for XCOM that I want to finish. And then I'll probably get into the rest of Outriders.
Nice.
Do you have
when
Game
you
Pass,
do, I
Andy?
can jump back into that.
Okay. No, so I'm on the PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
So I have
platform though. We can all play
because
together.
Outriders was on Game Pass or is on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's cross-platform. We can all play together. All three of us.
We could have a Rum Regret game.
Yeah,
hookup.
We could shoot down all kinds of craziness together. That could happen.
Dude, that's something for a cast.
I feel like
I
want like streaming rigs so we can MST3K our gameplay. Come on, Joe, get your shit together. Grenade.
Right.
Yep.
You should play it, Joe.
It's going to be a lot of Joe, get your shit together.
Oh, brush up your skills, man. It's freebie on your system.
I don't play first-person shooters. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You do now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I have discussed and sort of brought up everything I need. Well, actually, you know what? No. Okay. All right.
I knew it.
So Nate, I need to bust your balls on something.
Do it, please.
Okay. All right.
It's the most action I've had in a long time.
And we've mentioned this in the chat a couple times, but for those who are still kindly listening to this an hour in, so Nate pretty much controls our Facebook. Nate and I tag team to Twitter. God, that sounds terrible.
Really, really bad.
So, and then every once in a while, Nate, you're normally very, very good on Facebook, but your sources are sometimes questionable.
Oh no, what'd I do? Did I share a "we got this covered" situation? I fucking hate
twice in the last month you have shared a "we got this covered," and then your God, Kevin Feige taking over Star Wars. That was a garbage article.
It was a garbage article. However,
total garbage article.
However, Forbes has run it. Several other outlets that are way more reputable have run it, but not the same article, but a similar thing.
So why didn't you post those?
It was after the fact.
Hashtag universe.
It was
like really. That's our reputable source. Anyway,
wait, reputable source? Is that what we're going for there? Reputable? That's the wrong fucking word. Ballbuster.
You're not wrong.
I did fastest on the wrong syllable.
That's a great way to say that I'm right. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh man,
good times. How fun would it be? I mean, it'd probably be kind of a nightmare for you, but if your neighbor's house sold to me and then we were able to put like a giant podcast studio down there.
Dude, yeah.
We'd have too much fun. There would be too much rum, and Andy would have to have a sleeping bag at my house.
Absolutely.
And I would have to carry the podcast, and then it would go to shit.
Yeah,
Well, no, because we would fly you up with our Southwest points, and
that's right.
we would just do a week of shows that lasted us for several months. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the predominant airline in the PNW is Alaska.
Right.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. Just saying it's hard to get a Southwest flight up here.
Gotcha. Well, I could fly.
Being
Yeah,
in
just
the
hit
north.
the Owen Wilson. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I've been working on that one. We could just fly into Portland, yeah, and drive.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Southwest
it's
flies
a
to
boot.
Portland like crazy.
It's a boot an hour. So
A boot. Nice.
a boot an hour. Yeah. Do we have any other sort of nuggets and gems for this one?
Nuggets and gems. I don't know. I'm nuggeted out, I think. Unless we're talking chicken nuggies, because I could go for some of those.
Joe's got a nugget.
Uh-oh.
I have half of a nugget. I have a concept of a nugget.
Okay.
She's straining to get past this nugget. Let's go.
All right. Yeah.
No, what was that trailer you sent me, Andy? The little the gremlin guy or the gnome guy.
The damn it, what is that? The Nate blew it on his DC second. Hold on.
Sorry.
No, it's a DC Netflix, the Meadow something. Robert Downey Jr. did this. How did you not mention this? It is.
It's the guy.
I'm mentioning it now.
It's the kid with the horns. Yeah.
Oh, damn it! I was almost about to click on it. We got this covered. No, Andy, no. Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth, yes.
Sweet Tooth.
Yeah,
yes,
I don't do the DC minute. That should be your steez, by the way. So you can all things DC. If there's anything newsworthy, you could.
Well, but this is from Robert Downey Jr., who famously played Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nate.
6 degrees of wow. That's gonna be a new segment we've got.
I think that's 6 degrees of
wow.
So 2 trailers that I saw that blew my freaking mind. Sweet Tooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I want to parent him and love him and
yes.
Yeah.
Protect him
Gina,
from
Jamie, and I are going to raise Sweet Tooth as our own.
Right.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
And then The Green Knight.
Yes.
Did you guys see
that looked good.
Dev Patel. Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Sir
cannot wait for
Gawain
that.
in The Green Knight.
Yeah.
You know who I really wish was still alive to be in that is fucking Sean Connery. Just
yeah.
as a bit part. Yes, you seek the Green Knight and sever his head. Or something to that effect, yeah. Something with a
3D animation as it is, or what do they call that?
That's true. If they can bring back Tupac,
Yeah.
can bring back Connery. Can we please see that movie?
Dude, so
Connery remake of The Rock or something.
Yeah. Well, no, there are the posters out there. Oh God, we killed Nate.
God, I'm sorry.
Oh Jesus. Anyway, so they somebody it was made using face swap, and I don't know who did this, but it was someone put Chris Hemsworth face on a Hulk Hogan highlight reel.
Oh my goodness.
And it's
I did see that.
Yeah.
Is this one of those deep fakes I keep hearing about?
It was a deep fake for sure, but
Yeah.
isn't he actually working on a Hulk Hogan biopic?
I think he is.
Right.
But
It's
no,
really
this was,
good.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, no, this was him on his face on old Hulk Hogan stuff, and it looked
amazing.
like,
even with the fading glory hair and everything going back. It was great. Yeah.
No, it's Sebastian Stan, Luke Skywalker ready. It was good.
It's better. Yeah, better than that. Yeah.
So yeah.
We should put that link in the show notes. That and the link to the Bay Area wallpaper we talked about earlier.
Yes, no, we will do that. Absolutely.
There was a really good deep fake going around of Johnny Depp over Gomez Adams.
Oh,
and like they show them side by side, and I'm like, the difference is kind of negligible.
You don't
Right.
even need to deepfake that. That's a built-in character right there. That's
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something that is no, that's a given.
Oh, has anybody
some
played
point.
Resident Evil, the new one?
No, I've
No.
heard really good things about it though.
Same.
I looked for it on Game Pass. I'm like, damn it, it's not there.
Two of the guys
Yeah.
in our gaming group have been obsessively playing it, just over and over and over. Apparently, it's that
Yeah.
good. So I'll have to check
Yeah,
it
I
out.
want to play it so
I want
bad.
to
I
get
just
in on it. Absolutely.
sadly can't justify the $60 to buy it.
Agreed.
Right.
I'm waiting for it to drop by half in a couple of months, and then we'll. Check
Well, if
it
we
out.
get some more followers, maybe we'll start making some money.
Ooh, Patreon, let's do this.
Hey.
Hey!
I know we could get our moms probably to chip in.
Oh, dude, totally right.
Chip into our gaming fund.
Yeah.
Here's our $5
Absolutely.
a month, Andrew. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Come on, Georgia. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yep. Ma, I know you'd kick in.
Right.
Yeah,
Totally.
you know what I need to do, actually, if I think about it? If I can take over all my mom's bills and pay those with my Best Buy Discover card or Best Buy Visa card also, I turn all of those points into PlayStation dollars by buying a PlayStation card from Best Buy. I haven't paid for a game in like 3 years. It's fucking amazing.
Dude, seriously, play the point game. Because we did that with a Cabela's credit card and got basically a free cooler.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't used my Cabela's card in forever. I wonder if I still even have one. It's funny. I got a notice from Home Depot, same situation, which is like, hey, use your credit card. Otherwise, we're canceling it. You fuck. Right. I will go buy some light bulbs and a cleaning kit. Thank you. And the show is at a new low. We could probably
welcome to the Rum Regret Financial Minute.
Ooh, we're going to talk about stonks to the moon with AMC and Dogecoin.
Doge, motherfucker.
I do have AMC, which is thankfully is going up now, but we'll see how it turns up. I bought that when it was pretty low. So
I don't know about you crazy kids and your stonks.
Oh my god.
Oh, gorgeous.
And Elon Musk single-handedly manipulating markets with his SNL appearances.
Right. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh god, I did see something where it was like, okay, so Elon Musk goes on SNL and then Doge tanks. Like, wasn't it supposed to go up?
Yeah, well, there was a whole skit that basically where they had him say it was a scam and it dropped by like 20%.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, consider who's investing in this stuff too. I mean, I no disrespect. I have friends that are, and I probably would have too if I jumped on the bandwagon early enough. But this is an investment. This is gambling, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So, I bought a bunch of AMC when it was really low. Just looking at the writing on the wall, like movies are going to come back. No, I cashed out one of my 401k accounts from an old employer to help make ends meet, and went, I could throw a couple $100 at this thing, and
oh wow,
and just thinking ahead, movies are going to make a comeback, and that stock was at $30 at one point, so buying dollars is probably okay. So
there you go.
I'm just hanging on to it. I'm not selling anything for a while, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
but
all right.
Yeah, there's don't take any advice from me as far as financials go.
The Random Christian Show has a guy that comes on every once in a while that has apparently made a killing in the stock market, and I watched him on the last show that they did, and I mean this guy he's pretty smart and had some really good advice, and I'm just like, I kind of want to pick this guy's brain because he made it. They always make it sound really easy, but I'm sure there's a lot of work that goes into it. But
it's a lot easier than you would think. There's a reason that people make a lot of money doing this as a profession, because there's so many layers to it. Like it's easy at a top layer, but you could go down 12 layers that you never even knew about in a heartbeat.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know enough to know that I know nothing.
Right. Insert "I know you know nothing, Jon Snow" quote in here. All right.
I was thinking more of Bill and Ted on that one, but yes.
Oh yeah. Anything else, guys?
I think we've satisfied the tangent gods for one evening.
Random tangent.
Oh, wonderful tangent gods! Please accept this offering with open arms.
Nam shabai, nam shabai, nam shabai.
Nani! We just summoned the invisible swordsman. All right.
No.
And yeah, I meant to open with this, but I'm going to close with it. 4 years since we lost the great Chris Cornell.
Fucking.
So if you hear this,
then,
yeah. So if you listen to this, go listen to some Soundgarden and just revel in how great he was, and how amazing that voice was.
Best vocalist of our time.
Yeah.
Easily,
Took in some outshined. The Day I Tried to Live as well, Nate. I know you were belting that out this morning. Birdman
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah, and then finished up with Hunger Strike.
Yeah, I hit some Temple of the Dog today as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense, like Sail Hello to Heaven and stuff like that.
Oh God, man.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, always great. And to Joe's point, yeah, best vocalist of our time easily.
Oh yeah. Anyway, what are you guys watching? What are you guys playing? What do you guys just randomly want to talk about? Hit us up in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. You can find us at the Rum Regret podcast on Facebook, at Rum_Regret on Twitter. Joe, where can they find you?
Joe Chickadee at the socials or joechickadee.com.
Nate, where can they find you?
Yeah, Avid Gamer on all the socials, AV1D Gamer, and all your gaming platforms of choice.
Right. I am Crazy Drake on Facebook, at Andrew Drake on Twitter, Crazy Drake on the PSN. And I did not normalize all my fucking things, so I'm just not going to go through them.
Some variation of Drake and Andy and numbers.
Look for Crazy Drake. It's probably me.
That's
on
funny.
The gaming platform. Crazy Drake is me on PSN. I'm Crazy Drake 40 on Xbox that I never ever play.
Yeah, speaking of a rebrand, somebody is due for one, it sounds like.
Right. Yeah, I know. God, seriously. God, I have to give that Gmail out every once in a while too.
Yeah, last minute. Speaking of rebranding, we could keep. Oh wait, maybe I'll wait till we're done talking. Sorry.
Okay.
Cut this out. Good point to cut. Sorry.
All right. Anyway, until the next time, we have spoken.
The day I tried to live.
Nice.
I'm
stayed in bed. That was terrible. Don't please.
I unfortunately have the image of you belting this out in the shower, Nate, burned into my brain.
Oh,
there's white suds on a white body with black hair just rolling.
You don't need to describe it. You really, really don't.
Oh,
hold that thought. I gotta pee.
Okay. Yeah, hold on. I gotta get the. I'll be back in 1 second. Yeah.
Okay. Same.
Stay here.